Fabulous.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'd love to be on your podcast.
Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 13, the Kombat Tune Podcast.
Kit Kat.
AKA the Kit Kat. You got the 3 KTP OGs on the show.
Oh jeez, it's been like 2 months.
They're gangsters?
KTP OG. And we also got 2 of the more prominent gay.
I like how you clarify that.
Way to have a clean intro.
We got Mr. Mileena and Revolver.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
So, each one of you say who you are, so people know who's who.
Okay, well, yeah, this is Mr. Mileena. What's up, guys?
This is Revolver. It sounds more like a man.
Oh. I'm like a tranny.
Oh, dude, that was low.
That is kind of like a tranny.
I want to start off with a question.
Okay.
What is with the gay MK community and Sindel and Kitana? What's the deal?
I have no idea.
I really, have no idea why, but, I actually main Kitana and I suck in Sindel, and I just got drawn to them. It wasn't really, a choice. I guess I was born that way. I was born to main Kitana and Sindel, and that's what I'm gonna do with this game. It's just... I really don't know, sir.
I have no idea. I just stumbled into playing her. I actually started with Sektor, and I only main Kitana now because I watched Conquer play at Revelations.
Speaking of born this way, is that true?
Definitely. I kind of found out when I was 9 or 10, it's just I'm not normal. That's what I thought, I'm not normal, and I even denied it for so long, but then I accepted it when I was 16 or so, and I'm actually bi though. I'm not 100% gay or whatever, but
Does that mean? Hold on, wait a minute. What?
You don't know that?
You know what that means?
I take the best of both worlds.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, it's it really, it's not a choice. It really is, instilled in, your genes and stuff. You have no control over it.
Yeah, I don't know why you would choose that. It doesn't even make sense as an argument, really.
But I mean, you guys are open about it, right? It's
actually no.
No, I'm not sure.
No, I'm open about it to the MK community, and it feels so good to just be yourself. But in terms of real life, no. I live a fake life.
Have you ever told your parents?
No way.
Wow.
Dang, that's heavy.
Yeah.
dude.
For me, it's a little different. A lot of people know my, basically everyone but, people back home, I guess. Because it's, very super conservative where I live.
So Lady Gaga was right.
That's so shitty.
But has the MK community accepted you guys?
Well, you do have your normal trolls, you do get hate. But for the most part, the majority of the MK community, they're so good with it, they just accept you for who they are. They don't care, what your background is. They just want to play and have fun. And that's the most important thing, and yeah, they generally accept people like that. Like they don't have a problem with it.
It's because we're all outsiders. If you like Mortal Kombat, you're inherently an outsider.
Yeah.
It's true.
Capcom, yeah.
We can't really be picky.
Exactly.
Alright, so let's get into Kitana. This is the Kit cast, after all. So, I mean, why Kitana? Why do you guys play her in MK9?
Okay, I guess I'll go first. Well, first of all, I picked up Kitana when I was 4 years old, MK2 and MK3, and ever since then I mained her in MK Gold, MK Deadly Alliance, unfortunately, where she sucked really bad, and then on to MKA, MKDC, and now MK9. In my opinion, she's been a solid character every game except for Deadly Alliance. She's just a character that I find like just easy to flow with. And apparently in MK9 she's S tier according to many, which I agree with. She zones pretty well, she has great rushdown, great damage output, and generally like she's the type of character I would want to main, and like that's why I play her. So
Yeah, actually, like, this is the first MK game that I've actually played a female character. I used to play, like, purely Nightwolf and Sektor, and, yeah, I just play her because she's good, basically. Like, I got used to her, so I don't really, like, try anyone else after that.
Wait,
You think? Go ahead.
You don't have a deep, like, connection to the character, Revolver?
I mean, I really like Sektor, actually, and, like, I really wanted to play him in this game. He just didn't fit me. Like, I tried to do whatever I could with him for a while, but I just needed to find someone else.
So
You not think he's good?
No,
Why
I
are you
think
on the kid?
he's
Hold
good.
on, wait a
I
minute.
just,
What is this bullshit about if you just play Kitana because she's good? Why are you on the kitty cast? What are you doing?
no, I mean, because I saw that she was good, and, like, it was because she was good, and, like, no one played her at the time. Like, this was back in June. And,
You don't have the love, man. You're not a real Kitana player.
yeah, I mean, I don't have, I mean, I came to like her, I just, like, didn't start with it.
You didn't hear the calling. You're not a true Kitana main.
You
You're
didn't
just
hear
some
the
kind
horn.
of mercenary.
You didn't hear the horn.
I mean, that's probably why I'm not winning tournaments.
Yeah, you gotta have that, that deep love.
mm-hmm.
I love Cabal.
You gotta have that pre-ordered statue.
Yeah, dude, that's so tight. I can't wait till it comes in.
Is the Scorpion one tight?
Everybody says it's cool, yeah.
I haven't even seen it. I need to look it up.
That's out. You can buy that now.
Huh. Okay.
You know what I found the other day? The Kitana comic book.
In the 90s?
Yeah, from the Malibu.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Kitana and Mileena, the secret origin of Kitana reveal.
It's totally non-canon.
It actually follows the story. It fits. You get to see
Interesting.
Sindel and shit. It's cool. She beats up Reptile, which never happens in MK9.
I have to disagree with that.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's so it can be a bad matchup, but I mean, if you get up in Reptile's face, the problem is, I mean, we do respect the dash like too much, but I mean, if you block his dash, he's gonna eat a 45% combo. If he jumps at you, you can anti-air. The thing is, if you zone Reptile, it's gonna be a bad matchup for you. You have to get up into his face and just rush him down. The thing with Kitana is like, a lot of us like to zone like characters, and zoning Reptile is just a big mistake. His zoning just surpasses her zoning, so you have to go up close to him. And the moment you do, it's about 5-5 in my opinion. So
No, but I just think that's saying it's winnable. I don't think that's saying it's 5-5. I mean,
that's
it's not like a terrible matchup, but I wouldn't say like she has any. I wouldn't say they're even.
It's not just the dash. He has the down 4, which having that Mileena down 4 is huge against Kitana. Because that down 4, when you block a down 1, the down 4 checks every option she has.
Right.
You can't do cutter. You can't bait a low poke and then punish the whiff. It can actually be a straight up punish if he has the right timing. So down 1 is a dead end against him. So when you couple the dash and the down 4, that's why I think up close is very hard.
Plus the OTG stuff, like, you get the free acid ball setup.
Yeah, you block the down 4, then you have to block the acid ball. Sucks. Plus, I was playing THTB the other day, and he has a new strategy where he basically has given up on using breakers, and instead he uses the EX dash. So now, after a forward 2-1, after a cutter, after a down 1, after anything I do, he can check me with the dash, and now it's not punishable. And if I only block it, he gets plus frames on block.
That's every character, though.
Yeah.
He can do that to any character. That's not just.
I'm just saying in general. That's cheap. That EX dash is really good. Now I know you can down 1 out of it, but it's pretty hard. I mean, that's tough. I've practiced it, and it's tough. You got to get the timing perfect. And that was really blowing me up. The fact that he can now check me without taking the risk of getting combo punished is pretty ridiculous. It really hurts our offensive flow.
I don't know, man. He's taking a full 45% combo just to make sure that you don't keep offensive. He's sacrificing a lot of damage just to make sure that you don't get to keep an offensive, get some chip damage, and maybe a little bit of pressure.
But since he's not doing regular dashes, how many other opportunities for a full combo does he have?
I mean, it's just pressure. Just block.
So then how am I supposed to... Kitana doesn't have any way to gain frames. All of her guessing games are when she's neutral or negative. And all of her guessing games are good because of that spacing where her down 1 will hit, but theirs won't. You know that juicy space. He negates that because of the range of the dash. How are you supposed to pressure Reptile without those gaps where he can check you with the dash?
You can only do it 2 or 3 times max.
He has meter constantly because he's doing 3-2-1 acid, down 4 acid. He always has meter. When does a Reptile player not have meter?
Yeah, that's true. He feels meter really well.
I don't know. I don't know if it's worth a breaker. It's just to make sure that you can't keep your offense.
It's pretty bad, dude.
I don't know.
Although I did find out something about the Reptile matchup that I should have known. Maybe I don't know if you guys know this, but did you know his low pokes are really fucking slow? His down 1 is like 8 frames, and his down 3 is like 9 or something like that. He doesn't have the usual 6 frame down 1 and 7 frame down 3. And what that means is that forward 2-1 if blocked is a guessing game in her favor.
Oh.
That's a big deal.
Unless he's got an EX dash.
So he has to use meter.
He has to use, he's got to use meter to make sure he's not in that shitty guessing game. That's why he's not using breaker. It's not because it's broken.
I didn't say it was broken.
You were like blowing it up like it's like this new incredibly cheap tactic.
I'm saying it was smart of him. I think he's the best Reptile. God, the Midwest is so good.
Wait, what about Citizen Snips?
What about him?
Oh damn! Wait,
Who?
we've had numerous guests on this show say Snips is the best.
Who?
Detroit.
Okay.
Oh, it's one.
What about Chris G?
Chris G?
He doesn't play this game.
Yeah.
He plays at tournaments, and that's it.
Wait, 16-bit, are you calling out Citizen Snips?
I don't want to call out any Reptile player.
You're calling out Chris G?
No, I'm not calling him out.
You want revenge?
No.
Yeah, I'll call out Chris G, dude. I'll try and know that
Nothing to
motherfucker.
lose, man.
I know, really. What is there to lose?
I don't want to get blown up on stream by Reptile.
He'll fucking morph into the Green Ranger on your ass.
He does look like him.
He looks just like you.
The ponytail and everything. He'll take out that little flute and start playing it. You guys see that video of him getting really salty at Marvel and just leaving?
Yeah, whatever.
That was hilarious.
I wonder if he thinks that like Marvel is even dumber than Mortal Kombat.
He's gotta think that.
I think he does. It's just he wants like the because he knows he's good at it, so he'll just stick with it. Like, I don't think there's any
how can
Marvel
you play the mainstream games seriously and then also play Mortal Kombat seriously and be like, man, this game is actually better than this fucking missiles versus comets shit.
I think Arturo feels that way sometimes. Like even about Street Fighter. Like I've heard him say that like Mortal Kombat's like the only like kind of good game out right now.
It really is. It's a really good game. I love Mortal Kombat 9. It was some of the greatest fighting games of all time.
Have you guys tried King of Fighters, the new one?
I have it. And
Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good. I love it. This is really hard.
Do you play as mine?
I do play as Mai, actually.
Okay, good.
Yeah. She has a longer down one like Kitana in the air. She has a down one like Kitana. She can
Wait a
go.
minute, she has an air down one?
Yeah, like she pokes like you with your fan, but at a diagonal range, and it's so long.
That is broken.
Yeah, her normals are so long too. Like she's basically a keep away zoning character, and her damage output is insane. It's really good. So, if you play Kitana, you might want to pick up KOF for Mai.
But I can't play 3 Mais.
Well, no, that's my situation. I let my 2 characters die, and then I let Mai do all the work.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah,
Just be super good with one character and blow up everyone else.
yeah.
It's a good way to get you destroyed in tournaments, but whatever.
Let's talk about great moments in Kitana history.
Oh god.
For example, remember in Annihilation when she blew up all those fucking ninja scrubs?
Yeah.
Wasn't that awesome?
She was fighting like really slow though.
She was under lag.
Yeah, it was like.
I thought it was cool, man.
Yeah, I love this one.
She was fucking hot in that movie though.
Yeah,
Like ultra hot.
I agree, dude. I wish she'd be DLC instead of the costume too.
Yeah.
I got costume too.
What like
Oh my god.
what?
Why? What's good about it?
The man jaw.
No.
I mean, it's not even even if her face was fine, it's not even a good costume.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, the hottest guy in the game probably is Kitana.
She's ridiculous. Oh, those sleeves are terrible. The short boots, the ass cape. It's a terrible costume. What were they thinking?
I'm gonna just play costume 2 from now on.
It'll piss me off. Don't do
Yeah,
it.
that's why I'm gonna do it.
So in the first movie, why did she tell Liu Kang use the element that brings life? Why didn't she just?
I know
tell him
why.
the-
I know why.
Why?
She wanted to test his knowledge.
Right, you don't want to be telling people, like, you know, a dumbass that shit.
It's to make sure he wasn't a scrub.
Right.
He's the Shaolin champion, the chosen one.
She doesn't know that.
You gotta earn it.
How do you think she knew? She knew who he was. Why wouldn't you just tell him what the plan was? Like, look, you're gonna be fighting an ice ninja. I'll have a bucket of water. You can throw it at him, and it'll solidify. And it'll
Look, if you're fighting an ice ninja and there's a bucket of water there, and someone has to tell you to throw it at him, you don't deserve it.
Right. All he needs is a hint.
Yeah.
If you're a
who
dumbass, then
speaks,
forget it.
who speaks in riddle like that?
She's not even from this planet. This planet, dude. She's like, well, I guess I'll help these peon, like, shitty people from planet Earth. If you want to test that race, just to make sure that race isn't a bunch of fucking idiots, and then if you are, then just fuck 'em, let Shao Kahn own them all.
Well, what I found funny was that just randomly there was a bucket in a cave full of water.
She left it there. It shows her.
Oh, really? Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't-
she walks out holding like that stick with like the water on it.
Yeah, and
she drops
Raiden
it.
drank out of it.
Yeah.
She left it there.
Shouldn't Raiden drinking water like electrocute him?
Right?
He can turn it off.
He can't turn it off.
He's a god.
Dude, it flows through him all the time. He can't turn it off.
So he's a god, but he can't go swimming.
I'm sure he can't get electrocuted himself.
But it'd still zap him. Like, you drink it, it'd be like... Zzz, zzz, zzz.
What if his body doesn't work the same way? Like, if he's a god, then he doesn't get electrocuted, or whatever.
Yeah, he goes
why
beyond.
Why is he electrocuted? He's made of lightning.
If he jumped into a pool full of people, everybody in the pool would die.
Yeah, but not him. He doesn't give a shit.
No, he can control it. He can do whatever he wants. He
can't.
goes beyond our understanding of physics, dude. He controls lightning. He's not just not a lightning, and he's just no. It's not how it works.
Then why does it flow through him all the time?
It's when he's showing off and shit.
So he's just showing off when he stands there?
Gotta. That's the whole point.
On and off switch.
No.
Yes.
Why does a god need water?
He was in his mortal form. I mean, Jesus Christ needed to drink water and eat bread.
Oh, we're going that route now?
Well, Raiden and Jesus Christ have one thing in common. They're fictional.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh, no.
Raiden versus Jesus Christ. Who wins?
Raiden. Jesus can't do anything but get crucified and then come back.
No.
Well, is that a requirement, though? Like, you can just die otherwise and come back.
Well, Raiden comes back. I mean, you fatality him and then you just continue.
Then how does one of them win?
You like throw crosses like ninja stars?
He can't throw it. No, wait a minute. He can't throw crosses.
What do you mean he carried one up a giant ass hill? I think he's got some sort of control.
Barbed wire?
He's got a huge tolerance for pain, man.
Doesn't mean he can fight, though.
Yeah, he's all peaceful and shit. He can't do anything. Like, it would be like round one fight, and he'd be like, let's talk this through.
After he died, there was like a big giant ass thunderstorm. So maybe Jesus actually has some power over thunder.
He does.
No, that was just Raiden hooking him up.
No, that was either Jesus or his dad, God. Maybe God will come in and help him out, like he did in real life.
I don't know about real life.
Whatever you want to call it.
So wait, in that movie, the Mortal Kombat movie, do you think Kitana and Liu Kang fucked?
No, they didn't have time, but she wanted him.
Were they going that direction?
Oh, dude, remember in part 2 when they're in that gerbil tubing and they fucking... She falls into him and shit?
Yeah. What the fuck was that thing?
That was something from another movie, I'm sure. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Wait, does Mortal Kombat even have love stories? It's kind of weird that it doesn't.
In the game, Liu Kang and Kitana, they were hooked up.
Cage and Sonya.
Remember,
Cage and Sonya,
Kitana
yeah.
asked Liu Kang to marry her, and he was like, I can't, I have to be the protector of Earth. That's so gay. Who would say no?
Yeah.
Got his priorities. He's a real man. Got time for that shit.
He
You don't
could be
got
the
time.
king.
You don't got time for no raising like baby Kitana shit.
Dude, he could be the king of Edenia.
He's got 99
Ruler-
problems, but a bitch ain't one.
The
That's
ruler
right.
of the realms, man. Earth has plenty of give that spot to Johnny Cage and then follow her.
Man, all he could do was be Goro, man. He didn't even have an animality.
What?
What do you mean, what?
What are you talking about?
Johnny Cage didn't have any good powers.
Dude, he can make shadows and shit.
He had no animality.
He has an animality in Trilogy.
What did he do?
He turns into a kangaroo.
I don't think that's gonna work against Shang Tsung's dragon.
Shang Tsung turns into a snake.
Whatever.
It's a kangaroo.
Dude, kangaroos are tight, man. Why are you hating on all Australians?
It's not Roger Jr., dude. He's gonna get regulated.
He kicks your torso off. He has such power with his feet.
No. If a kangaroo just steps on a snake, he's peeved. He's just gonna bite the kangaroo.
I think you vastly underestimate the power of kangaroos.
Kangaroos can box, man. They're not. I mean, they don't kick that well. They just hop.
Look at those feet. Can you imagine if you got kicked by a kangaroo?
Have you ever seen a kangaroo kick something?
But yeah, there's a video on YouTube of like a cool class kangaroo fight. You should look it up.
Right, they box.
They can stand on their tail and kick you with both legs.
No, they can't.
Cartoon
Stand
shit.
their
That's
weight.
cartoons.
Dude, I saw it in Streets of Rage 3.
Get the fuck.
Streets of Rage 3 isn't based on real life.
Damn.
It should be.
Yeah. What was with that game? Why did they introduce a robot old man and shit? That was so weird.
That was awesome.
No, it was not. Who played as him? Who was like, yeah, I made Dr. Zan?
Yeah.
I would. That sounds tight.
Remember how the story was changed for America? So, like, it made no sense? You ever hear about that?
No, do tell.
Like, Bare Knuckle 3 was a totally different story. And then they brought it to America and they redid all the dialogue. But, like, they didn't change the gameplay. Like, for example, in Streets of Rage 3, you go to the City Hall at the end, but it's clearly the White House. And that's left over from Bare Knuckle 3, where you went to the White House. It's weird. You gotta look it up. It's a totally different game in Japan.
Why did they change the story?
Sega of America's dumb.
They are.
Plus, the story got really weird. Like, 1 and 2 were about just cops beating up thugs, and then part 3 was all about, like, scientists and robot clones and nuclear war and shit. It was weird. They went in a weird direction. Mr. X was randomly a brain in a jar with no context or explanation. And they see that, and they're not shocked. He reveals that he's a brain in a jar, and they're like, oh, it's Mr. X. He's now a brain in a jar. Wouldn't you be like, oh my god?
How would you recognize him?
Because he said, I'm Mr. X.
How did he talk?
Obviously with a robot voice.
Oh.
Can you imagine if someone you knew was now a brain in a jar?
The dude on Futurama.
I mean, but that was in the future, so everyone was used to it. Like, I'm saying, what if...
Tom Brady?
If we go to final round, and Slips carts out this brain in a jar, and it's me, wouldn't you be like, oh my god?
That's pretty weird.
Yeah. Why would your reaction to that just be like, oh, Mr. X, you fiend? How did he become the brain in a jar? What happened?
Yeah, what was the process?
You ever seen that movie, They Saved Hitler's Brain?
No.
What?
They saved Hitler's brain.
That's the name of the movie?
Yeah, the movie is like a spoiler, like the title. They tell you the plot in the title.
That's
It's this
stupid.
bad B movie where, I mean, as you can guess, they saved Hitler's brain. Actually, it's his head, which is kind of weird. Like, apparently at the end of World War II, a double committed suicide, and they cut his head off and saved it in a jar, and it can still talk and shit.
What do they do with it?
They just kind of talk to him.
Oh my god.
That doesn't sound like a very good movie.
It's not. And it's weird because they don't really explain what the advantage of this is. They're like, fearing death, he had his head removed and kept alive. Like, why wouldn't you just have your whole... Why wouldn't you have your whole body kept... Like, if you have the technology to preserve the head, surely you could preserve the body.
What do you think of that? Like, the people freezing their heads and shit.
It's a waste of money and time.
You'd never do it?
If I had an infinite amount of money, I would do it, because why not? But there's no way they're coming back.
Would you freeze just your head or your whole body?
I would freeze my whole body.
Yeah.
I
What?
mean,
You think they can do it?
No, if your memories are... If your brain is dead, everything that made you is gone. It's not coming back.
It's
So
frozen.
do you have like a different conscience then?
Right. You would be... Even if they could bring that brain back to life, it'd be a blank slate.
Be the same tissue, but like a different
So
person.
you'd have like no memories of the past even. You'd just be like you were born again.
Yeah, so then what's the point?
This is really weird.
Okay, let's get back to Kitana.
Wait, last week, 16-Bit said Kitana is not top 5.
Yeah.
You guys agree or disagree with this?
I disagree with that.
Yeah, me too. Definitely.
I really disagree with that. Why would you say that? Like,
It's the bad matchups, man.
well, I know she has bad matchups. Like, she has every tool in the game except some way to get into like a zoner. Like, she has so much trouble against zoners. I do understand that, but once she's in, it's really hard for the opponent to like get her back out unless it's Kenshi. I think that's like the worst matchup Kitana has. And I do think Freddy might be another one. But other than that, like, most of the bad matchups are possible. They're not like impossible.
No,
So
I mean, I'm not saying none of them are 7-3.
I
I'm
think
just-
Kenshi is.
That is really bad. But
I think that. Yeah.
there's a horrible echo. Can somebody fix that?
Yeah, I hear that too.
I think it's fine now.
Is it fine now?
Yeah.
It is not fine.
I don't know what the fuck it is.
Okay, Mr. Mileena,
Mhm.
it's you.
Really?
Yeah. Wait, it just went away. Anyway, edit that out. Okay. I'm saying if you have, 6 bad matchups, you're no longer in that top 5 range. Does Cabal have 6 bad matchups? Probably not. Raiden, I don't know.
What about Sonya?
I think Kitana is in that group with Sonya.
Wait, but like Kitana has bad matchups. None of them, except for Kenshi, I don't feel like any of them are like really that
Exactly.
bad. Like,
Yeah.
I think a lot of them you could argue like 5.5, 4.5.
Right.
I think right now, what I'm afraid of is the future. I think when people start punishing down 1 cutter, when people understand how to deal with down 1, it's going to be harder than it is right now. Katana players right now are still getting away with murder.
Yep.
I mean-
I agree with that. But
Even people that uppercut down 1 cutter are not truly punishing it. When you're afraid to do down 1 cutter, it's going to get bad.
Well, yeah, I can see where you're coming from, but I mean, I've kind of limited my down 1 usage. Like, I mean, the only reason I used it at Devastation was because no one punished it except for Rio. No one punished it. So I figured, why stop using it,
Right, that's right.
But I still right now, like when I train, I limit myself because I know people like CD Jr, Crazy Dominican, people like that, they will punish it. So, if I see the opponent doesn't punish it, I'm gonna keep using it, but.
Well, what's bad is I don't see those guys punishing it to the fullest that you can punish it. I see them
Yeah.
uppercutting and shit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's one guy that really punishes it really bad, and that's what has me worried.
It's Liu
we're talking
Kang.
about X-Blades?
Well, he punishes down 1. I'm talking about
Oh,
slips.
down 1 cutter, okay.
Yeah, down 1 cutter slips, blows it up. And it's
Sektor.
like, if everybody starts doing that, that's bad. Plus, down 1, there's like 5 or 6 characters that can punish down 1 by itself.
Right.
I mean,
The problem is she doesn't have a way to get. I mean, down 1's good for keeping people out, but she's also got to use it to get in.
and then there's this group of characters that she can't use it to get in. It's a dead end. Like I was saying with Mileena. When Johnny Cage blocks it down 1, there's a guessing game after it. When Scorpion blocks it down 1, there's a guessing game after it. When Mileena blocks it down 1, it's a dead end for Kitana. You're forced to block it down 4.
Yeah.
So then once she realizes that you're going to block after you do it down 1, you're no longer getting in. Or Liu Kang. When you block a down 1 with Liu Kang can do back 3. And it's either a straight up punish, or you at least have to block. Or there's, Jax with 4-3, although you can space that out, but I don't know. She also has a problem that people don't punish throws correctly. Throws, if you read a throw, it's full combo punishable. Everybody tries to tech throws, or they duck under them and uppercut, and they're not ducking them and doing a full combo, and that's huge.
It's kind of hard to read when they're coming though. Like, how do you actually know when it's coming, or
It's
open stuff up?
Okay, think about. Let's take the guessing game of 2-2-1 cutter and 2-2, or sorry, 1-1-2 cutter and 1-1 throw. If you guess that Kitana's going to do 1-1 throw, letting go a block to tech is just as much risk as ducking. So you might as well just make the read and duck, so then you can punish the throw with the full combo, instead of trying to tech the throw. Where if either way you're wrong, you're eating the 2 and then you have to block the cutter.
When people duck throws, people are just uppercutting, which are like, most people's uppercut are like 10, 12 frames. But everyone's standing move is just as fast.
Right.
So people need to start punishing with full combos. I mean, everyone's like jab is like, typically 8 to 10 frames. Their jabs are typically as fast as their uppercuts. So why do an uppercut when you can do your full combo?
Exactly. So now you have a guessing game that is no longer either I'm going to do 1-1-2 or I'm going to do 1-1 and throw, and they might. Right now, Kitana players think of the risk as they might tech it. It's people. Kitana players use it like it's a risk-free mix-up, and it's not. Or 1-1 looped into 1-1. 1-1 is a 0 on block, and 1 is a 14-frame string. If you read that, you can blow her up. For example, Johnny Cage, his forward 3 is 9 frames. If Kitana does 1-1 and he does forward 3, that would be your throw, and that would be her 1-1 looped. That would be her 2-1. That would be every option she has, except she could down 1. So if Johnny Cage reads that you're going to stop at 1-1, forward 3 covers every option she has that does any kind of damage, and her only option would be to down 1, which is not a big deal for him. And that completely changes the risk-reward of that mix-up.
Dude, stop telling people how to blow us up. Like,
there's nothing to worry about.
Away with this.
Don't worry about it because no one listens.
Yeah, I've never had a single person do that with my throw. I use 1-1 throw all the time.
It's easier said than done. It's so hard to get out of though. I mean, if you make one mistake and you eat another cutter, then she's gonna get more meter. You're gonna get more chip damage, and I mean, it's hard to get out of, but if you guess right, then yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Kitana will be punished severely if you do it right.
I mean, you're right. If they're wrong, then they eat a cutter, and then they're back in that loop.
Right.
But right now that mix-up is kind of seen as it's a guessing game that's entirely in Kitana's favor. When people read that you're going to stop at 1-1, they don't actually punish you. They don't make you pay when you're wrong. It's if you're right, you get hella damage and a safe jump. And if you're wrong, it's no big deal. They're really, in the high level of play, they're going to make it so that it's more of an even guessing game.
Yeah. I kind of like doing like 1-1 and then back 3. There's just something about that move that, I don't know, like it lowers your hitbox. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it tends to get people, like if you do 1-1-2 cutter off a jump punch, and then just do like back 3, it tends to get them in another back 3 cutter, and then another situation where they have to guess again. I know you can do like back away and then forward 2-1, but like I said, there's something about back 3 that I'm trying to like figure out. I think that's a really good move that Kitana has. It's really underused at the moment, but
yeah, I agree. It's 13 frame mid. That is.
Yeah.
I just thought of a good thing about that move the other day. I guess I'll tell people. Did you know if they block back 3-3, you're neutral, and if you do a down 3, you're left in that range where your down one will hit, and yours will not. That's awesome.
Mhm. That's kind of why, like, I was talking to you about like my forward 4-3 tech off a jump punch.
Yeah, it's that same range.
Exactly. It's really good. It's not meant to be used all the time, of course, but mixing it up, it's pretty nice. So.
I mean, the bottom line of my case for her not being top 5 is not that there's anything wrong with her. Nothing's changed about her. and she's still awesome. She's still in that group of top 10. She might actually be 5 or 6 or something like that. I should really say she's not top 3. It's just because if we go by the argument that, Reptile and some of these other characters are not in that top position because they have a few bad matchups, then the same must apply to her.
Well, who would you put in her place? Like, if she's
So
not...
who's your top 5 then?
Yeah, let's hear it.
It's more like a top 3. I think Cabal and Raiden stand out as the 2 best in the game. And then I think you have probably Cyrax because of the damage. Once he's hotfixed, he'll fall down. And then from there, there's this whole group. I don't know. Maybe Sonya is better than Kitana. I don't know. Maybe Kitana is better than Sonya. Then Jax and Mileena and Smoke and Sektor.
Kung Lao. I think Kung Lao is definitely... You lump him in with Cabal and Raiden still.
You might be right.
I
Yeah.
don't think he's that high. I think he's so good, but I wouldn't say like top 3.
He's ridiculous. He's fucking stupid.
You got everything, dude.
I have a question. Why wouldn't you put Mileena in your top 5? If her only bad matchup is Kenshi, and some people say it might be Kung Lao, but that's 2 bad matchups. Why wouldn't you put her in top 5?
I don't know. She might be. You might be right. Like, I'm not a Mileena expert. I can't say how many bad matches she has, but she's definitely in the conversation. I mean, you'd know more about Mileena. Do you think Mileena has less bad matchups than Kitana?
She does, and I still think Kitana's better.
I don't understand how you can make that case then.
Because Kitana's like, she has like, I don't know, like, she has such amazing spacing and footsie game, but it depends how you play it. Like, for example, if you're playing as Kitana and you're playing against a Mileena, if you have the life lead, all you have to do is stand block, and as soon as she throws a Psy, just let go and duck, and then quickly stand block again. She's either going to teleport, she's going to jump at you, which you can anti-air. She has to go into you. Like, why are you going to chase after her if you're going to get hit by a teleport or roll or a Psy? Like, you have to make her come to you. Like, you just have to play it patiently. But, I mean, when you play against people like Cabal or Kenshi, I mean, I can see why it's hard for Kitana. But I think, like, people like Mileena, like, she's so overrated in my opinion. I don't think she's top 5 at all. I'd put her, like, number 8 or 9. That's just me.
If she has no bad matchups, even if it's just 5-5 with the whole cast, then, I mean, she has to be one of the best in the game. If you can go into a tournament and you don't have to worry about any opponent, you have to be top 5.
But the reason she's 5-5 is because she really can't get zoned. But, I mean, if you're going to teleport kick like crazy, I mean, it's so punishable. Like, in my opinion, she doesn't have all the tools Kitana has because all the tools Mileena has, they're so unsafe. Like, I know Kitana can't really get in like Mileena can, but if you block a teleport, if you block a roll, she's going to get a major punish, you know? So,
But you have to assume that the Mileena player is going to be smart enough not to throw that shit out.
Right, and then that's essentially the whole point. If you're not going to throw it out, then it's like you don't have a tool to get in. You're going to have to dash block like Kitana. So,
And some characters can't really punish that teleport too hard.
well, I mean,
That's why she does so much better against Reptile.
Yeah, that's true.
well, that's Reptile, but I mean, like, for example, Kitana can punish it with like 2 fan and then back 3-3 fan lift. The EX teleport, Kitana can punish it with like down 1 EX fan lift or down 1 cutter. It's just, most characters can punish Mileena, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they're treating Mileena as if she's like a god and she can't be punished, you know? And she's still a great character in my opinion, but I dropped her just because she's so risky. I can't play a character like that.
The reason why she's good is that she's got, and Sektor's in the same boat, she's got one of the best anti-zoning tools in the game. So now that you can't zone, she gets to zone, and she's got one of the best pokes in the game you have to deal with. And that's why she has no bad matchups. She has no problem getting zoned, and she's got one of the best pokes in the game. That's why, no one fucks with her.
Right,
Yeah.
but her damage output isn't comparable to Sektor.
She has reasonable damage output.
I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, like, you're talking about Sektor. Sektor is better.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Sektor is necessarily better. I mean, you could argue that Sektor might be better than Mileena. I'm not going to say that he's not. I mean, his forward 2 it's almost as good as her down 4. And he's got flamethrower too, so he might actually be better than her.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the reason why. I mean, I don't think she's top 5 either. But I mean, the argument that she doesn't have any bad matchups is a good reason that I can see why people would.
Well,
I think Sektor's better than her anyway, though. Really, the only thing she's got on him is instant air side.
Yeah, Sektor is so good.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know what Swift Tom Hanks is on. Like, I don't understand this whole spiel about Sektor being bad.
That dude only zones. He knows one aspect of Sektor. He has no idea how to rush down. I mean,
I've played him before. Like, he has good stuff in the corner and all that. But yeah, his whole game plan, I feel like, is just to keep you out.
Yeah, he needs to understand. I mean, by zoning that hard, you have to understand that this character, your opponent, is being forced to block at multiple points in the match. And these points where they are blocking is when you can move in and put him in a guessing game. Like, I watched that vid when he was playing the Sub-Zero guy. And it's just literally the Sub-Zero guy just dash blocking until he marches him into the corner. It's like, dude, you gotta actually go in at some point. You know, he's blocking these flamethrowers. How about you dash in and then you throw him in the corner, so then you have the rest of the screen to start doing it all over again. It's just like, of course you're getting blown up. He's just dash blocking until you get to the corner. So he's totally one-dimensional. He needs to. It's not. No offense to the guy, but it's not the character. It's you.
That's offensive. How can you not be offended?
Yeah, no,
I'm just being real, man. You got a ridiculous character. It's not Sektor's fault.
Yeah, I kind of let him go though, because like Tom Hanks he's like my favorite person in the MK community. He's so awesome.
Who?
Tom Hanks.
Oh.
He's just like the funniest guy ever.
I mean, the Sektor players crying about their strings starting with a high when they have forward 2, they have back 3, they have back 1. I mean, what do they need?
And flamethrower.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. You got back 1 and flamethrower as your keep out tools. And you have forward 2 and back 3, 4 as your way to like start applying pressure.
I think it's all about the range of the like starters, like 1, 2, back 1 as shitty range and all that.
I mean, that strictly should be used as punishing tools. Not
Yeah,
like,
I agree. I'm just saying I think that's like their whole thing about it is range.
you're not gonna pressure with that shit. Range is shitty. I mean, this whole thing of that we were just talking about, like ducking throws and punishing. I mean, who could do that better than fucking Sektor?
Oh yeah.
He can just stand up with a 6-frame fucking jab and just blow your ass up. I mean, get the fuck out of here. He's a great punisher because of a 6-frame launching fucking jab. It's not a fucking pressure tool. It's shit you use to blow people up for mistakes.
Right, of course that move is not mid. That would be ridiculous.
He'd be broken.
Oh yeah.
Who's the best Sektor player on the scene?
Kizzle.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Is he
Yeah, I
better
said
than
Swift
Ketchup?
Tom Hanks before, but I think I'm hearing a lot about iKizzle, so I might have to change that.
What about Ketchup?
I've
I
never
mean,
seen.
he's in Europe.
Yeah.
We
hard to-
might
it's hard
not
to-
ever play him, so we don't even know.
I mean, if we count the world, he's had the most tournament success, so he is by default. But we're assholes, and we're only thinking about America. This is the second week in a row we've accidentally
I know,
insulted
dude. He's like the nicest guy, too.
Yeah. He just turned us off.
Ketchup, I think you're the best Sektor in the world, man.
He probably is.
He is. I've seen his matches.
I heard that there's some other Sektor in Europe too, like Nickel or something. He's supposed to be really good. I can't remember his name. It's something like that. Though. Kizzle was pumping him up.
I had a question. Since we got all the top katanas on the show.
Wait a minute.
What?
How insulting is that?
I know, I kind of.
That's a compliment to me, at least.
I mean, you guys have seen Crazy Dominican's katana, and you've seen 16-bit's katana.
Yeah.
The rushdown versus the zone. Which fits the character better, in your guys' opinion?
I think. Okay, I think Crazy Dominican has like amazing rushdown, but overall, I kind of have to say that 16-bit plays it better because, I mean, to not zone with katana, it doesn't make sense. Like, I zone not really to win the match, but to get meter. I know if I don't have the life lead, I have to go up to you sooner or later, but I'm not going to go up to you without a breaker or without a bar, you know? And I just think the way 16-bit plays katana is the way you have to play katana. I know Crazy Dominican, he's way better at like rushdown, but if you don't implement zoning with like katana's gameplay, it's not going to work out for you all the time. And I think 16-bit, I'm going to go out on a limb, I think he's probably like the katana to beat right now. Like, he has improved so much, and I really think like he's the katana to beat right now. He's playing her perfectly.
Wait a minute, shouldn't you be the katana to beat since
Yeah.
you beat me? Yeah.
Blew him up.
It doesn't mean any. Like, you beat me 5-4 in casuals the night before. It doesn't matter. Like, I beat you in a tournament. Yeah, I know that's where it mattered, but it's just there were 3 games. That's it. You beat me 5-4. I beat you 3-1. It doesn't really mean that I'm better than you or you're better. Well, I think you are better than me.
Why are you so humble? What is this garbage?
What?
Call him out.
That's not what we want
Say
on
you're
this
better.
show.
What are you
What
talking
is, yeah, what are you doing?
I'm just being honest. Like,
Fuck honesty, man.
Well,
Call me out.
well, I mean, like, people keep saying Crazy Dominican is like the katana to beat, and I'm disagreeing with them. Like, I'm just saying that you are the katana to beat.
You
Like,
should have been like, I'm the one to beat. Edit
honestly,
this out and start over.
Are you going to final round?
I am. Hopefully, I am. I signed up for that tournament. By the way, big shout outs to Pig of the Hut for hosting that aid final round trip in the hotel.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man.
We're definitely going to plug that later on.
So, I mean, I hopefully, like, I win that. If I don't, it'll be like a 50-50 if I go or not. And, you know, if I go, I don't think I'll make top 8. Because
What?
I'm planning on using Sindel, if you guys didn't know.
Yeah,
So,
we're gonna talk about that.
At final round?
yeah, I mean, I'm not going to rule out Kitana, but I'm really sick and tired of people saying that Sindel is like the worst character or bottom 5. Because she's not, you know? And I know if I use Sindel like full throttle, I won't make top 8. I hope to make it far, but I'm not aiming for top 8. Sounds stupid, I know, but it's just my goal is to have fun with the game, and Evo will be the tournament I want to win. So obviously I'll use Kitana if I think that's the best choice. But,
So you're saying you're gonna win Evo?
who doesn't want to go to Evo with?
You're
like,
calling everyone out.
yeah,
guaranteeing
definitely.
an Evo
I'm gonna
win.
win Evo. Like, I'm gonna win with Kitana. Like,
Why
one's
couldn't you win with Sindel?
because there's no way Sindel's better than Kitana. Like, she's number 13 in my opinion or so.
Damn, dude, all the Sindel players are listening to this. They were hoping that you were gonna blow up Sindel. Oh my god, she's so good. I'm gonna win final round with Sindel. And now you're like, I don't even know if I'm gonna get top 8.
Well, right now they're saying not a Sindel player can't make like top 32 or top 16. I mean, I may make top 8, but I'm not planning on winning with Sindel. It's not going to happen when you have characters like Kung Lao and like Noob Saibot and Mileena. Like, it's tough for Sindel. Although I'm working on some matchups. Like, I'm really hitting the lab with Sindel, and she's better than what I expected actually. So we'll see what happens. I don't know.
For the record, me and Slips always said she wasn't bottom 5.
You said that she was bottom 5?
She was not. We've been on the record that she is not.
He's still
Well, that you
blue.
guys are very
Still
smart.
sucks.
She's decent. She's fine.
Definitely.
I want to say something about CD versus 16-bit. If we're gonna off subjects. Tonight at VSM, Crazy Dominican said that he is 100% confident he would beat 16-bit in a money matchup.
Really?
Wow.
I did not hear this.
Wow.
What do you have to say about that?
I'm 100% confident that I'd beat him.
Damn.
He's not getting in on me. He thinks he's gonna jump in on me. Jump.
So
That would be interesting to watch.
yeah, 16-bit. You gonna put some money on that?
Let's do it.
Alright, cool.
There we go.
I'm calling out Crazy Dominican.
Who is the Kitana of America?
So, we find out actually that he has been listening. That he does care after all.
Well, he was probably getting trolled in the chat.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with him wanting to be the best Kitana.
No,
I mean-
of course, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
16-bit's the first Katana player to win a major.
Yeah.
That's true.
I hear Conker's like wanting to make a comeback. He's coming for you.
He can. He definitely.
Yeah, I think Conker can totally do it.
Yeah. He's the OG Kitana.
Yeah, definitely.
Final round is going to be the Kitana Crusade tournament.
Yeah. The Kitana capital of the world.
How cool would it be if like top 8 were all Katanas?
No, it'd be gay.
That'd be awesome. That'd be a good top. No Cabal in the top 8.
Just Kitana.
Rio's gonna be in top 8.
We'll play Katana.
No.
You know, Rio was playing Katana briefly.
Did he?
I saw
Yeah,
that.
around the time East Coast Throwdown, he was playing her.
I think he's like tried everyone.
Yeah.
His fucking cabal is insane, dude.
Are you worried that he's gonna quit for Sonya?
No.
He's not going to. That was,
He's cabal all the way, dude. I can just tell.
I think he maybe wanted it for the Jax matchup.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to stick with it though. Like, he didn't use Sonya against CD Jr. at Revolution X.
Right.
I thought he was only using Sonya online.
No, he used her offline.
He
Like
used her
in
at
casuals.
Apex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I think when people talk about my style versus him or whatever, I think people see that all I do is throw fans, and that's such a fallacy.
Oh yeah.
There's no way I've gotten this far if all I do is throw fans.
Right. Like, and I know how you feel because at Devastation I only zoned 2 people. You and Tom Brady Sub-Zero. That's all, you know. And then just because I zoned Tom Brady Sub-Zero, I was labeled a 100% fan spamming thrower, you know.
Right.
And that's not it. I rushed down every single person except for you because there's no point in being close to Sub-Zero and Kitana. And I zoned Tom Brady. And then I got massive amount of hate mail because of that, which I found funny. But trolls will be trolls.
Yeah, like, you know, Tom was like, I don't even know if those guys know what to do when they can't span anymore. And it's like, Tom, you were there when we were playing
Right.
with other people.
Yeah.
Like, he's literally standing behind me while we're playing, you know, like Shang Tsung players and Raiden players and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, Tom, we got second and third, only throwing fans.
Yeah, Mr. Mileena, what's up with you and Brady? You kind of got a beef, right?
We did, but I mean, we got over it. We talked it through, but I guess people just put like words in our mouth. Like, he never said stuff, and I never said like the stuff that was put out there. And basically, people were saying that I was really offended, and that 16-bit was really offended by what he said in those videos, and I never said any of that. Like, I didn't take any offense to what he said.
I did.
I mean, I thought it was like kind of fishy, but I really didn't care. Like, whatever, it's your opinion. But we did talk it over, and I guess we're cool now. And yeah, like, it's whatever.
Man, Brady's had like a feud with everybody.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
He needs to keep it going.
Feuding with him is fun.
I want to see more of it. I want to see another Tom versus 16-bit blow up on the phone.
It'll happen.
That Kano is coming for you, man.
I think he's ignoring me.
Yeah, he has not responded or anything to our pleas to get him on the podcast.
Yeah. Is Kano really his new character?
I think so.
I think there's like 3 characters it could be, because from what I'm hearing, it's someone that doesn't have a good representative yet, and it's also someone who he thinks is a top tier character. I think it could be it could be Kano, it could be Skarlet, or it could be Ermac. It's Tom's opinion of top tier, so you never know.
Right.
Well, if it's Ermac, that's pretty interesting.
He said I know he was in talks with Metsos, the Greek player, I think, before.
Yeah.
I think he's been like learning him on the side a little bit, but I don't know if he's stuck with it.
Ermac is good.
He's so underrated in my opinion.
He really is. He could be Rain.
I don't think it's Rain.
CD Jr. is still the face of Rain, basically, and he hasn't played him for a while, but...
I think CD Jr. has lost his case for being the face of Rain.
Then who is?
Flip Burning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Rick Burning's cool, I like that guy.
Just,
I mean, CD Jr. hasn't played him since Summer Jam. I think. I could be wrong. Like, has he? In tournament?
No, the Dashner.
yeah, he doesn't like the dash thing.
You can't do well at one tournament in August and then still be the face of that character. He's the face of Jax and Smoke.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but he's been using Smoke like a lot more recently.
Yeah.
He used Sheeva tonight, which is interesting.
Did he?
That's
plays
awesome.
Yeah.
I think he just plays with Smoke because of that stupid chant.
I hate that.
It's dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb.
What
No,
shoot?
he has that 100%, he said he can get this reset 100% of the time now.
Wait, CD Jr. said he does not use the reset at all.
Doesn't look like he does.
He said it, alright, they're talking about tonight, and he showed it he wasn't showing it on stream, but he was doing it off stream, and people are like, getting pretty angry about it, like Maxter was saying Smoke's #1 now, and stuff
Wait
like
a
that.
minute. What business does Maxter have crying about a reset?
For real.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
the Cyrax needs him, Smoke doesn't.
Alright, so, Mr. Mileena and Revolver, how did you get into fighting games, and what is your gaming history?
You go first, Revolver.
Alright, so, I like, Mortal Kombat Trilogy was actually the first video game I ever played. Like, I played it at a friend's house when I was little, and like, I always liked Mortal Kombat because of that. But like, I didn't really play fighting games for a while, I just like, I played Call of Duty, I played, Lost Planet, like, online competitively. And then like, last summer, I just like, I started getting like really bad anxiety and I just started like staying and stuff. I'm like, I'm just gonna pick this new Mortal Kombat game up and try to get into it, and basically I just like stuck with it since then. Like I like accidentally fell into the competitive scene, just like looking up combos online and testing night, and it kind of just all went off from there.
Yeah, like, for me, like, obviously MK2 and MK3 were my first, like, fighting games. And then I stuck with Tekken and Mortal Kombat in terms of, like, my fighting games. But you have to know that, I mean, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Like, I would just smash buttons or just throw all the time. It wasn't until MKDC where I started actually getting, like, competitive. And I just like, started, like, really liking fighting games. And then I was determined to be pretty good at MK9, and that's what I'm playing right now. And other than fighting games, RPGs were like a big hit with me. Final Fantasy, Xenosaga, all that stuff. And yeah, I just really love gaming. So
How old are you guys?
I'm 19.
I'm also 19.
God. Everyone everyone's so young.
Yeah, we're like
so old.
old.
Old fuck.
Like,
How old are you, 16-bit?
30.
Damn, that's old.
Yeah,
You don't look 30.
You could be my dad.
30.
What about you, K7?
I'm 29.
Damn.
Yep.
What about you?
I'll be 31 in a couple months.
God damn.
Why aren't you in the retirement home?
And you're playing video games? Fuck.
I know. Like, what?
Jesus.
And I don't see an end in sight. It's like, I don't like anything else. It's just like, I was talking to this girl at work. She's like, are you going to be playing video games when you're like 40? I was like, I think so. I don't like anything else. I mean,
Why would you have to
the
do
only thing
it?
that I enjoy and I know I'm good at. So like, what the fuck?
Did you tell her that you're the Scorpion of America?
I told her I was a legend in Tekken Tag. I've been to Japan and all this shit, and she was not impressed.
She doesn't know what Tekken Tag is.
Now, what do you think?
But
Like,
she likes this guy who he does like charity work and he helps kids with Down syndrome. I'm like, that's boring.
What?
Like that's
so
lame.
mean.
It's like I play fucking Mortal Kombat. I'm on a podcast. Like
Yeah, that's better than
hundreds of people love me.
But you don't care about mentally challenged people.
Well, and it's not that I don't care about them. It's just I don't know. I mean, it's a noble thing and
It's
everything.
not a priority.
Yeah,
You'd rather play MK.
yeah. I would be more impressed if a dude was like, "Yeah, I'm one of the best in the country in this video game," than, you know, I do a lot of charity work and help Down syndrome. I mean, that's cool and everything, but I'd just be like, "Oh, I'd be more interested in the other."
Right.
But I guess girls have that soft spot.
Yeah, for people that help society rather than playing children's toys.
Whatever, man. It's fucking fun. It's not my fault they don't recognize the skill that's involved in this shit.
That's right.
You should explain it to them next time. Lecture them about it. I'm sure
Yeah.
they'll like it.
Go on to a lecture about how hard it was to learn backdash canceling in tag. I'm sure that'll really impress her.
Right. It's like I almost want to sit a girl down and be like, do this combo. And holler at me when you can get it, bitch.
When was your last girlfriend, Slips?
What's that?
When was the last time you had a girlfriend?
It was like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Relationships are so
if
great.
you're gonna talk like that.
It's like, I mean, it was going good for a while, and then like about maybe 7 months into it or so, one of my friends was like, "What do you think about Brad playing video games?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to put an end to that." And like, I was like, "That's it." I was like, "Don't even fucking joke about that shit. Fuck, get the fuck out."
You have such a good attitude towards women. I like
What?
it. You have such a good attitude towards women. I like that.
I mean, if you don't support what I love, then I mean, get the fuck out of here. Then
Alright,
why do
I
you,
have a hypothetical.
then why do you even like me? Then fuck, get out.
I want to know how important it is to be good at video games to you. So let's say that the devil is real. Would you sell your soul to win evolution? Think
No.
about the consequences.
No.
Why would I do that?
You don't think it'd be worth it though?
No,
No.
that's
I
dumb.
would.
I mean, if you suck,
I
if you were a
Might.
shitty player, I could see that, and that was like your dream. I mean, I'm pretty good. I mean, I probably won't win, but I mean, I have a shot to make top 8 probably.
Top 8's not good enough, man.
You were satisfied with it. You go around work showing people your fucking medal.
But wait. What if you sell your soul, you win, and then you get shit on like PL?
Yeah, that would suck.
If
I
what?
would.
Like people shit on you like they did Perfect Legend.
Well, that's because he didn't play MK for like 4 or 5 months after.
No, he got shit on right after because he played with
Kung Lao.
Yeah, they're like, it's the character, not him.
We'll just ignore the trolls.
I mean, I'd go on the.
I mean, you still won Evo. Who gives
Yeah.
a fuck?
Exactly.
Really?
I would wear that championship belt to work.
Yeah.
I was showing like a couple chicks of me playing PL in Chicago. They're like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. You're like on TV."
Let them hear the podcast. Chicks like the podcast, man.
I told him. The dude at work actually listened to it.
What
did he say?
Yeah.
He listened to the first one. He was like, "You weren't in it at all."
That first one was so bad.
I was like, "No, dude, you gotta listen to the recent ones." Jesus. But no, it goes over well. Oh, she just texted me.
What she said.
Shit.
I was
Yeah.
telling her, I was like, we're interviewing like these two like Kitana players, and I heard one of them likes me, and it might freak me out.
Which one? Which one like?
I heard Mr. Mileena had a crush on me, and I was just like,
shit.
That's not true. I just said your voice
Yes.
was very attractive. But that's
okay.
complete.
And she was like, "How's it going?" I'm just like, "It's going fine." Well, now, so what's up? You don't like me now?
Yeah,
What's up?
yeah.
No, I only like your voice though.
So you saw what I look like, and you were appalled.
No, you're okay. No, you're okay, but I don't like Scorpion players. I have to be honest.
You're gonna judge me as a person based on the character I use?
Yeah,
Wow. You're shallow.
I know. Well, not really, but I just don't like Scorpion.
Why don't you like Scorpion?
Because, it's a complete guessing. I don't like it. I block low and then he does the overhead. I block high and then he does the forward force spear.
Yeah.
And then I just stay there and he grabs you. And I'm like, seriously, this guy is I stress myself out that I just, don't even bother. So, I don't know. I think he's stupid.
Okay, who's the sexiest male character in MK9?
Sub-Zero.
You want me to judge a character?
Sub-Zero.
Yeah, Sub-Zero.
Why?
I don't know. I
Is
just
it
always felt
Swiss?
that way.
Is it the ass?
Everything. I mean, as long as he's masked. I don't like unmasked.
I'd have to say Cabal.
What?
Yeah, his burnt skin, just turns me on. I don't know. You can just, stick your finger in there.
Fuck up.
Sweet.
Alright.
Yeah, I'd say Cabal.
You think his dong is burned?
Cabal is sexy? He's a burn victim.
What else could you want? That's everything I want. Having a burn victim and, I don't know.
Are you
I
like
don't know if you're trolling me or not right
yeah, are you like one of those people that's into amputees and shit?
Of course not.
Because that's fucked up.
What's wrong with amputees?
It freaks me out, dude.
Why?
I don't know. I know it's wrong, but man, the nub,
I agree.
You don't want to
I
look at
agree.
it.
and they touch you with it and shit.
I agree.
You can feel the bone. Fuck that.
Yes.
Alright, so...
Do you think nubbed people, do you think they get off with certain stuff?
What do you mean?
If you met a girl who had a nub, and she was like, "I want you to, stick your dick in my nub."
That's so nasty.
I couldn't do that. That's the one thing I could not do.
What if she, tried to jerk you off with her nub?
I'd try it.
What the fuck?
Alright. You guys see that Kitana fake out kick is +8 on block as a bug?
Yeah. Stubbornness pissed about that.
How often do you think that happens? He says it's 50%. Or that was his estimate. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I don't see it happening that often. I haven't done extensive testing, but what do you guys think?
Can you repeat that? I couldn't hear you.
You know the fake out kick?
Oh yeah, she gets +8 randomly on it.
Yeah, how often do you actually see that happening?
Like 2 out of every 10 times or so. It's not very often. I mean, you're not going to throw out the fake out kick like 20 times a match, you know. It's very rare, but it does happen. But it's not a game changer. You can't rely on it.
50%. I don't see a 50% with that.
No, it's not 50%. No.
That was his estimate. I don't mean to imply that he was saying it's literally 50%.
I'd say about like 20%, maybe less actually. But
I think that move might be underrated.
why would it be underrated? Why do you have to block I against Kitana like after his screen?
I want them to block it. I'm saying use it to get in, because then you're neutral on block.
But it's so slow.
People block it way more than they punish it.
What would you do to punish it?
I mean, you can jump out of it, or you can poke out of it.
You can jump kick, or I don't know. But I mean,
if you buffer it off a down one,
you can jump out of that.
yeah.
who cares? No, there's no consequence for when they jump.
Yeah, you get neutral jump punch, and you lose half
Yeah.
your life.
Well, that's what down one cutter is for. Who's gonna jump after a down one?
Well, you could see that she's doing it and then jump.
That's bullshit. And then you just start doing pretty kick. Then you actually have a use for that dumb move.
That move is dumb.
I love that move.
I love
I
that
use it
move
all-
on Wake Up. EX pretty kicks are like amazing.
It's such a good troll move too.
Dang.
Okay, so
They know more about that move than you, I guess.
what do you mean? It's a wake up move. I use EX cutter instead.
So fast. I don't know. Like her hitbox is like so skinny on that. Like to finish an opponent, I like doing EX pretty kicks. It's troll move, whatever, but it works.
It's so flashy and it's so pretty. Like when Dink was on the show, he was right. Like if you get hit by a pretty kick, it psychs you out because you just got trolled mid-match. You know?
Yeah.
So, Slips, you don't think that people are going to be able to react to fake out kick?
Not if they're properly punishing down one cutter, no. It'll be, oh, that's not a cutter, that's fake out kick, I gotta block low.
I agree with you. That's why I'm saying it's underrated. I think that the next evolution of down 4 technology is going to be down 1 technology is going to be down 1 fake out kick. When people start ducking after down, just naked duck after down 1, I do not think they'll have time. Then you'll be neutral on block. It'll be a down 1 that's neutral on block, or just as a little bonus, +8 occasionally.
Okay.
Alright, we'll see if I'm right. Maybe I'll get blown up.
Yeah.
You're spreading all this tech, it sounds like, and they're just thinking about it, like, huh. That or they think you're an idiot.
The fact that neither said anything means they're like, this dude's an idiot.
Yeah.
Not even like a courtesy, that might be good, just silence.
Well, I mean, I see you use down 4 fake out kick a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a gimmick.
Because
It's down-
people still get hit by it.
I think the fact that I think Kitana players are afraid to use it because it's so slow, but I think Slips is kind of right. Who reacts to that move? Have you guys?
Does that move hit on the ground? Like, if they hold down after a throw, will it hit?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Could be useful.
I've had a Mileena roll me out of it though.
Yeah. I mean, they can.
Yeah.
Right. Like after the block down 1, they're gonna have a million frames to interrupt you.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if this is somebody who ducks after a down 1, anticipating a cutter, then it could be good. It's almost like this is a strategy that's so advanced. It's like a Yomi level like 6 that people aren't even ducking after down 1 like they should be yet, so it's not even going to be useful yet. It's going to be useful in like 6 months. I'm playing 3-dimensional chess here, man.
Alright.
People are going to start ducking after a block down 1.
The thing is that it's like kids can't do it online, and most people just aren't used to it. It's a really obscure punish.
Yeah.
And unless you've got like offline practice to do it, people ain't gonna do it. You only know it's possible because you play me, and I know how to do it.
It's true. Well, Sektor was the first one to do it.
True. Well, he had a 6-frame jab that launched.
Yeah.
Alright, what's the origin of you guys' gaming handles? And why does Mr. Mileena play Kitana?
I think that's awesome.
Okay. Like, before MK9 came out, like when the demo came out, I knew Mileena was going to be like a great character. And, you know, I love Mileena as a Mortal Kombat character. Like, everything about her, like, I just love her. And I kind of wanted to change my mains because I main Kitana like all my life basically, and I thought it'd be a nice change to just switch to Mileena. And I did main her actually. I was really good with her, and then I just kind of like dropped her in like mid-July or so, and then I just started playing around with like everybody. And like 2 weeks before Devastation was when I really like put time into Kitana. Like I played with her ever since MK9 release, but I didn't really focus with Kitana until like 2 weeks before. And I don't know why I go by Mr. Mileena actually. Like I just think it's awesome that I play one character and I have a name as another. So
Yeah, don't ever change that.
yeah, it throws people off.
It does.
Yeah, for me, my name's just kind of generic. It just came from like the Beatles album, you know. So full story.
Boring.
Oh no, my name's actually about my cough.
That's better.
Alright, I'll change to that.
Alright, so Pig of the Hut is doing an online tournament. And the winner, it's on Xbox and PS3, there's 2 tournaments. Both winners are going to get a free trip to the final round. So
And a free hotel.
Yeah, and a free hotel. What do you guys think of this?
I think that Pig of the Hut is like an amazing like person for doing that. Like he is supporting the offline community like to an extent like I would never think someone would do.
Right.
He's giving 2 people the opportunity to, at no expense basically, to go and compete, you know. And that's really big, you know. Money's an issue right now, and if I don't win that, I don't know if I can go, especially since I haven't gotten paid from Devastation. And
Still?
I still haven't gotten paid. No one.
None of us have.
So listen to that off.
Should I have been paid, I probably could go to final round without winning the tournament, you know. But money's tight, and I really thank Pig of the Hut. You're awesome, dude. Like, we appreciate what you do, and that's really great what you're doing, and I appreciate it. So, yeah.
He's doing a really good job promoting. He's working hard.
Really promoting the final round.
Yeah, final round is going to be amazing.
It's going to be interesting how the Mortal Kombat people react to the Atlanta, like, hype train. Because when you're playing, I mean, I've been, like, just from the Tekken days going to final round, they will blow you up when you're playing. If you're playing Clint or something, and he gets, like, one combo off on you, they're going ape shit. And it can really fuck with people's head. I remember on Tekken Zaibatsu, there was like a whole thread about how the Atlanta guys were assholes, how they don't shut up, they're always hooting and hollering for their guys, and it's distracting, and it's bullshit, and I don't know. So we'll see how the MK people, I wonder how New York's gonna react to that.
Drama. There's gonna be drama. It's gonna be awesome.
That is going to be awesome.
Plus, Brady's going to be in the mix. Can't forget that.
That's going to be interesting.
Yes.
Can you imagine if I lose to Tom?
I would drop Kitana if I were you.
He'll come on the show then.
Yeah. But I mean, he'd barge on stream and start screaming.
He would scream so loud, dude.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
I fucking told you! It'd be great. But yeah, there's a $7 entry fee. You gotta sign up by February 1st. Just contact Pig on Test Your Might or MKU.
Who do you consider to be the biggest threats on PSN?
I'd say Death, Arm Death, Pig of the Hut. I kind of want to say Marvaz and Detroit. Those are really like the only people that I really have trouble against. If I'm forgetting somebody, then sorry, but I'd say those four.
Now, do you think? I know on Xbox for that tournament, Tyrant is starting to play online just to win that tournament for that money.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see people that don't normally play online coming to online to win that money and what's going to happen. Like, Tyrant has the smart move of getting used to the lag now, weeks early.
Yeah.
He still might get blown up though, just because it's so much different.
Yeah, he is not happy about it, but he wants that money, so he's going to try to work through it, but...
Do both of you guys play on PlayStation?
I just got a PlayStation, so I'm starting on it. But mostly on Xbox.
Yeah, I'm on PSN.
Okay. Have you played on Xbox at all, Mr. Mileena?
Only during that PSN blackout period, like in May, I think, and that's pretty much it. I don't own a 360.
Okay. There's always the debate of who has the better players.
I know.
A lot of people say Xbox, which is interesting.
I don't agree with that. I think PlayStation does.
You haven't played on Xbox. You don't.
Well, I've seen like matches and
Yeah,
like
you've
streams
seen
and
it.
like played on.
Well, the thing about the Xbox community is a lot of it's going on in private matches.
Well, true.
I mean, like, Xbox, we have the EVO champion, THTB, Death is on Xbox now.
Forever King just got a PS3, so
Forever King, Dink is on well, I guess Dink's on both.
I really don't care like who has the better players or not. It's online regardless, and I don't take it seriously. So
you're not even gonna get hyped to represent your side, your console?
no, I don't care.
You're not gonna call out the Xbox people?
I remember like Shujinkydink said like Xbox like hands down, and then I Kizzle that. He was all offended. He was like, no, that's bullshit.
I do want to call out somebody though.
Damn, do it.
Shujinkydink or whatever. I think he's only good because of Rune Trap. Other than that, you're not good.
Damn.
That's what I said.
Yeah, like you're only good. So final round money match, I'm up for it. And you're gonna see why you're not that good. You're overrated in my opinion. Wow.
I like it.
So out of character. That's awesome.
Wait. Can you beat his Quan Chi with Sindel?
Dude, I'll use Sindel. Money match Sindel versus Quan Chi, and you'll see why.
Do it for me.
Wow.
And when you beat him, be like, that's for K7, motherfucker.
Definitely. I'm up for it.
Awesome.
How do you feel about Dizzy on this podcast? He said he doesn't respect Sindel at all.
Well, I'll money match Dizzy too. Like, I'll show him to respect Sindel. Like, honestly, like, I love that she's so underrated. I love that. I think I'm at an advantage going into final round, having people think she's like bottom 5 or like the worst character. She's definitely not even bottom 10 in my opinion. The reason is because people normally just zone with her, which is good. I mean, she is a great zoner, but her rushdown is insane. Like, she has mix-ups you can't fuzzy. Like, there's no way to fuzzy guard Sindel. You can either end in a cartwheel, in a low fireball, or a levitate cancel, and just continue on after that. She has great damage output too, resets and all that stuff, and I think she has most of the tools. The only thing she lacks is a fast normal. All her normals really suck.
What would you say is her? All right, maybe I'm wrong, but when I look at Sindel, I think her biggest weakness is getting out once the person gets in. Like with Kitana, we have ass. Am I right or wrong?
I agree with that, but I'm messing around with levitate. I'm kind of like levitate canceling as a wake up, and I can you can back away and like throw a fireball as you're levitating and dashing back. But I'm still messing around with that. But the fact that she has no armor doesn't really help either.
Right.
So yeah, I mean it is hard getting out of pressure, and that's why she'll never be like S tier or A plus tier. She'll never be that good. But she is a great character nonetheless, and hopefully I can prove that at final round. So.
I always said she's got everything, and I didn't understand what she did not have.
In my opinion, she'd be like up there with like Kitana and Sonya and whatever if she had like a Mileena down 4, she had armor, and if she had a faster startup and up plus 4. That's all she needs, and she'd be a great character. So those 3 things would really change her output in this game.
She's got overhead, she's got low, she's got some decent range, mid-range moves. I mean, she's got good zoning with the fireball. I mean, what the fuck? She punishes decently now, she does good damage now. I mean, what the fuck do you want?
What really buffed her up, in my opinion, was a levitate cancel. You know, if you don't use that and you're a Sindel player, then you need to incorporate that.
Yeah, it's really good pressure.
Yeah, I mean,
it builds up a lot of meter, and it's good.
Definitely, like it's not as good as Cabal's, of course, but my view on it is it's just a mix-up. If you accustom people to do 2-1 levitate cancel, they're gonna want to jump out or they're gonna want to poke. But if they're used to that, you can do like 2-1 into a normal yell, and the yell will connect. So I mean, they either have to block low, they have to block high, or they just have to block and not jump out. So it just keeps them standing there, and that's what you want when you're Sindel. You don't want them to jump at you or jump away. You want them there and keep applying pressure. And my advice would be like, if you cannot zone a character and your combos in hair grab, and if you can afford to zone a character and your combos in cartwheel, that's all I have to say, and you'll be fine. So the biggest mistake is like you're throwing people out you can't zone, and you're throwing them away. If they outzone you, then that's obviously a big mistake. You want to keep them as close as possible, and she can handle her own in terms of rush down. So I mean, she's not all just fireball.
Right.
She's way more in depth than that.
What's the proper technique for the levitate cancel? How do you input that?
For example, if you want to do 2-1 levitate cancel, you do 2-1 down up, and you hold block. If you just try and mash like block button, or if you just try and press it like in a timely manner, it's not going to work. It's so easy if you just hold block while you press down up. Comes out so much easier. So she does get frame advantage on 2-1, 2, and down 4. But I mean, like I said, it's not as good as Cabal's. You can jump out of it, you can poke out of it. But again, it's a mix-up. If I don't levitate cancel and you're accustomed to jumping out, you're going to get hit by whatever I choose to finish with. Whether it be a yell or cartwheel or a low fireball or whatever, you'll get hit. So she's just a guessing game character. She's dangerous in my opinion.
What do you think Kitana versus Sindel is? I think it's even.
I think it's 5-5 also.
Okay.
You have to be really careful. Like, you can't keep jumping and throwing air fireballs. You know, her fans are scary.
Yeah.
So my advice would be to carefully zone, but I would rush Kitana down here and then if you could. It's just her mix-ups are just, like I said, there's no way to fuzzy guard them. I would space her forward 2-1 and then just punish with 4-4. You can punish ass with a yell, or if the ass goes over you, you can do a hair grab as Kitana goes on the ground. That's pretty much it. Just be careful with your zoning. You can't think like, oh, Kitana can't do anything, I'm just gonna zone her. Her fans will get you if you just jump mindlessly, and you'll get severely punished for that. I do think Sindel is actually a bad matchup for Mileena. People will call me crazy, but I really think Mileena struggles against Sindel if played correctly. So I'm gonna try and prove that too.
What does Sindel get to punish the EX telekick?
Down 1 EXL.
That's good.
Down 1 EXL into jump punch, back 3, forward 2, and then you do your combo. You end it in hair grab, and then you can go for a reset, or you can bait out a roll. So, it doesn't matter. You can keep Mileena as far away as possible. Like I said, the key to beating Mileena is just to stand block the entire time from afar, duck the size, and then quickly stand block again, and hopefully bait out a teleport or whatever. So, you can't get desperate against Mileena, no matter who you play. So, patience is vital against her. And Sindel is a great turtler in my opinion. So.
Do you think Sindel, besides Mileena, do you think she beats any other top characters? Like, does she beat Kabal?
I think she beats Sonya. I think it's like a 5.5, 4.5. Sonya has an incredibly hard time trying to get in on Sindel. Although when she does get in, it's kind of hard for Sindel.
Right.
But the zoning just surpasses Sonya's rush down. I really like her for Kenshi. I love Sindel for Kenshi. And people don't agree with that, but I think she can handle her own. So.
Can she activate flight while she jumps or no?
While you jump, no. You have to be on the ground.
Alright, that'd be broken, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright, now another character that you were experimenting with was Jade.
Jade.
Where you kind of decided it was not worth investing the time. What is Jade as bad as people say?
Definitely not. No way. She's a hard character to pick up. You have to devote a lot of time into Jade. You gotta know your matchups. You gotta know your spacing. I think her back 3-2, I think that's the move, is incredible. Like, it's severely underused, and you have to know how to use it. You just can't, like, whip it out. She's got I think the tack reset, where you can do, like, a down 4 into an overhead or whatever, after a back 2. My gimmick was down 4 into EX low boomerang. It's an amazing frame trap. People tend to fall for it all the time. But I mean, to focus on both Jade and Sindel, I can't do that. It's just, they're both low tier characters according to people. I don't think Sindel is, but I do think Jade is low tier, and to focus on both, it's really difficult. So, I dropped Jade for Sindel, basically.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What about Skarlet?
Skarlet, I really think she has so much potential. Like, she's possibly like an A plus tier character, just like hidden in disguise. She, in my opinion, I can't play as her. She's just not my type of character I see myself playing as. But I hear Altair has a great Skarlet.
Yeah, someone needs to really invest in her.
I think Detroit right now, like, if he would really focus on Skarlet, he'd be the one to make a name for herself. So.
Yeah, I actually money matched Detroit's Skarlet at NEC, and he's definitely the best Skarlet I've seen or played.
Definitely, yeah.
Who was that?
Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why I say, like, this game is still young. So just because people put Jade as, like, the worst character, I mean, there's still a lot of things we need to discover about certain characters, and, you know, people are calling for buffs, and people are calling for nerfs, and let's say we were to buff, like, Sindel or Jade again, and then we find, like, a new tack, and then she's so broken, like Jax. It's just kind of stupid to say that Jade isn't tournament viable. I definitely think she is. It's just, it's hard to win with her, but it's not impossible. So,
I don't know. She's pretty bad.
I see. That's why I want to pick her up again, just because she gets so much hate. But like I said, I'm focusing on Sindel, and I think Easy Fresh and Boys, like those are the pivotal Jades at the moment.
I thought.
Yeah.
I thought Boys quit.
He's back.
No, he's back. He's only
Yeah.
playing Sheeva at the moment, though.
Yeah, I played Boys as Jade towards the end, and I could never really figure out. He would get games on me, but it was just because he's good. Like, I didn't think he was doing anything Jade specific. It was like, man, this is such a great Jade strategy. He's just a good player. Whereas when he's Sheeva, it's like, this dude is good, plus he actually knows shit with Sheeva that's legitimately good. Like, these command grab frame traps are really good. You know, the fireball is really good. I've never played a Jade that's made me be like, man, that Jade setup was awesome.
Well, I'll play casual with you at final round. Like, I'll show you what I came up with Jade. But back to Boys. Like, if he went to like an offline major, I really think he'd be the one to place top 8 with Sheeva. Like, no
I agree.
joke.
Yeah,
No.
I agree.
So, I mean, hopefully he gets out there soon and represents Sheeva the way she should be played. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Has anyone played him recently?
He sent me an invite, but I was about to go to bed. But he's online. I see him online now.
Yeah, I've never played him, but I've seen most of his matches, and the way he plays Sheeva, it's insane. Like, all those frame traps, like the command grab traps, like, I've never seen a Sheeva do that. So,
Yeah, he's great. You got to really learn that matchup to beat him.
yeah.
Like, when you fight Sheeva players normally, it's like, oh, I'll just punish the stomp and then just kind of fuck around and it'll be easy. I had to learn the Sheeva matchup to beat him. Hopefully he starts traveling.
I think he's in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
I don't know shit about Sheeva. I'll probably get blown up.
Yeah, you'll get blown up at first.
I'm really scared of Freddy.
Me too.
I really don't know the matchup. I've only played MC Dave a couple times, and I'm really scared of Freddy.
And Freddy's really good. I didn't
Yeah,
mess him with him.
definitely.
Yeah, I played Dark Natus, but like, I don't think he's on the level of MC Dave.
Yeah, it's that nightmare stance is just so.
Yeah, it goes under everything.
I mean, Kitana, she can punish it with a jump kick fan if timed right, but it's just so much pressure. Or he can just like nightmare
Could
stance.
teleport away.
Exactly, and then you're screwed.
Yeah.
So
M2 Dave also wrote an awesome Freddy guide, so shout outs to him.
yeah. So I'm actually really scared of Skarlet too. If someone good played Skarlet, I don't know the matchup.
Well, Altair's been talking a lot. But I want to see what he can do. He said he might come to Winter Brawl.
That'd be interesting to watch.
I'm also kind of confused by like, why is Altair like an authority on MK? Like, you got 9th at Canada Cup, alright. But, I mean, not to call him out, I want to see what he can do. But,
Yeah.
I thought Altair invented the block button. Isn't that right? That's not right?
What?
You've never heard of Altair flips?
I don't know. I heard of him. Yeah, I know who he is.
There's a rumor that Altair is actually Ed Boon.
What?
I
Yeah.
wouldn't see him except Canada.
Alright, let's move on to more important people. So, everybody knows the name game, right?
Yeah.
Well, I have a different version of the name game this week. What I'd like you guys to do is rate each of these names on a number from 1 to 10 based on their looks
Alright.
and the, and, 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 the,
God, that's so technical.
I feel like I'm gonna offend people.
I know, but
Alright, first name. Tom Brady.
I'd say 8.
6.
Okay. Name 2. Jop.
Oh my god.
Can I go like on a negative scale? Or does it have to be like
Say
1?
whatever you want.
I'd probably say like -10.
I'd probably agree with that.
CD Jr.
8.
8?
8.5.
Wow.
Little cream in your coffee.
Ooh.
Nothing, let's move on. Eric Warda.
9.5.
5.
I'm giving him a 10, man.
5.
Why? What the heck?
5?
Not my type.
What? Get the
Not my
fuck
type.
out of here.
Wow.
Why?
I don't know. I don't like that type.
Wait, have you seen like his modeling pics where he's,
Yeah, I saw it. I'm
he's
still
all
not into
filled
it.
up and hairless?
I don't care.
Okay. How about Michelangelo?
9.5.
I'd say a 9.
Wow.
Wow.
Chris G.
6.
4.
Was that a 4?
That was a 4.
Damn. Maxter. I think he looks like Zorro.
That's 7.5.
I don't want to offend him. Like, I'm just not into him. So he's a good friend of mine.
We want a number. We want a number.
I'll say like 5. I don't know.
Damn. How about KT Smith?
I've never seen him.
KT Smith is cool, but not my type too. I'll give him a 5.
Yeah, I've never seen him, so.
You don't like hairy men?
No.
Interesting. How about Pig of the Hut?
8.
I
No,
also,
8.5.
I
8.5.
also say 5.
What could he do to improve himself to get to a 9?
That is fair.
I actually want to give a shout out because me, Pig, and Panda at Final Round, if I go, we're going on a shopping expedition, and me and Panda are making over Pig of the Hut. I think he has the potential to be like a 9 if he has like short hair and like an American Eagle look.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
American Eagle?
So I'd actually say like a 9. He's a potential 9.
Alright. How about Eris?
Oh my god. Not as bad as Job, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say like a 3, maybe 2.5.
I'll give him a 1 just because he's cool.
Did you guys see the picture he tweeted of him before he had the beard?
No.
No, I
Looks
didn't
like
see that.
a porn star from the 70s. He had this horrible mustache.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah.
Alright, I have one final name. Slips.
8.5.
6.
I'll take that.
Okay.
So, Mr. Mileena, an 8.5 is not bad. I mean, would you
I'm just judging looks. That's it.
would you go on a date with Slips?
No.
Why not?
He's like twice his age.
So,
He's straight. I don't mess around with straight people.
wait, you're bi though.
But he's straight.
Isn't that how that works?
That has nothing to do with it.
It equals out, right?
No.
Oh.
What does him being bi have to do with anything? Like
I
if I had a
respect-
girlfriend, I would invite him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to ask her.
So, Mr. Mileena, have you ever had a three-way with a guy and a girl?
You really asking that?
Yeah.
Who's
No.
the hottest
What?
celebrity? Like what like guy celebrity would you guys want to fuck the hardest?
I'd say my personal opinion is Jude Law. I mean, like young, a little bit younger.
Okay.
There's so many. I don't know.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, kind of. I don't care.
Who's hotter, Brad Pitt or George Clooney?
Brad.
I think George is cleaner. I like that.
Cleaner.
Cleaner.
You like a clean man, do you?
Yeah, well, I mean, he has that like whole professional look. Like Brad Pitt, like he has a little bit, but not as much.
A little sloppy.
I got it.
No, but George Clooney, like his voice is so smooth.
It is.
I got a question. Like, if there's two, like, say there's a gay couple, and like there's like in the Tekken community there is this dude named Locke, and he was like this small black guy, and then like we all saw his boyfriend, and he was this huge, giant, just beast of a man, black guy, and we were just like, dang, we know the relationship there. But like I always wondered, I was like, what if the little guy has a bigger dick than the big guy?
What about it?
You really wondered this?
Why would you?
I was like, who like is the more manlier of the two then? Like who takes control?
Oh, I hate that question. I hate that question so much. Like, who's the man? Who's the woman? Oh. It depends on them, I guess. Maybe they like to experiment, but.
Is it like, do you like take turns, or does someone kind of designate to be the receiver? And
well, there's names for it. There's a top, there's a bottom, and there's versatile. So you should probably get the picture. Or do you need me to explain?
You gotta know the matchup.
Huh. So that I still want to know, like, so it just depends. You just gotta ask the person. It's like, you know,
Yeah, there's no way.
I'm clearly bigger than you, but I mean, if you want to go that route.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the obvious, I guess. Like the smaller one usually like takes it, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But I mean, you don't know what they like to do, I guess. So I mean, it could go either way. It's a 5-5 in my opinion.
Okay.
Good info there. Good info.
Do you guys follow politics?
No, it's a waste of
No.
time.
I do
I
a
agree.
lot.
It's a waste of time.
I follow politics.
How do you feel about the Republican Party?
I think.
Wait. Before we go, what do you guys think about? Oh, actually, go ahead. I'm interrupting. Go ahead.
All right. I think there's some good people in the Republican Party. I think all the candidates are fucking stupid right now, so I don't see them going anywhere.
I mean, alright, specifically the gay issue. Is that a deal breaker for you?
It's not the reason why I don't like them, but I can definitely say I dislike people like Rick Santorum more than others because of that.
Right. Do you feel that Obama has done enough for your community?
I think I don't think anyone's done enough until they go with marriage, but I think he's done a good job supporting them generally. I don't think he's going to do anything to harm them. I think Don't Ask, Don't Tell was definitely a big thing. So.
That was good. But I still feel that he's been a disappointment. I think
he's been a disappointment, but like, this is what, alright, Stephen Colbert said this recently. He's talking about like people going Republican because they don't like Barack Obama, and he's like, if I want some bread, I won't settle for the whole loaf. I want a muffin made of broken glass. Like that's what the Republican Party is.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, they're absolutely loathsome. But I mean, a criticism of Obama, I hate how the Democratic Party are like, the marriage issue, they're like, well, you guys can have civil unions. Stop sitting on the fence and actually take a stand on something for once.
Yeah, that's just a cop-out, really.
Right, it is.
That's the problem with the Democrats. It's like, they teeter on the fence, they don't want to say it, but instead of just being like, yeah, they need to present their fucking argument and try and convince people. Like, we all have to make our own arguments for them because they won't actually come out and do it. It's like, why are you leaving it up to the small people to actually make the arguments for you when you should just come out and just lead the fucking way?
I mean, we all know it's obvious that Obama would be fine with gay marriage, but he feels that he has to say, I'm against it, I'm for civil unions, because he's politically afraid.
Oh, yeah, this is the thing I've been thinking of about that. Like, I think he wants it. I think he's saving it for his second term, because I think it could be an election deal breaker.
That's so transparent. Maybe it wouldn't be if you actually took a stand. If you actually made the case. If you actually said, hey, these people deserve equal rights, and you were strong about it, polls would shift.
No one likes someone who's timid and shit. People want a fucking leader, not someone who's like, well, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he thinks he's gonna get all this backlash, and it's just like, no, dude, you'll actually get fucking support.
Right. And I think the big fallacy of Obama's strategy of sitting on the fence is that he's not going to make friends with conservatives anyway. These guys don't think he's American.
Yeah, I think he's a socialist.
Right. They think that he is a Muslim, socialist, communist, fascist. They hate him. They hate him with every fiber of their being. So him saying that, well, I don't want gay marriage, but I do want civil unions, that kind of weak-kneed compromise is gaining him nothing. It's not like there's any conservative that's like, oh, civil unions, that's a fair compromise. They don't even want him to be president on any. They don't want him to be a state senator. They want him gone.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not about the Conservative Party. It's about undecided voters and independents.
Independents go with strength. The evidence is that independents. George Bush didn't give a fuck if his ideas didn't make any sense. He's like, look, we're going to Iraq. Iraq's a threat, and we're going to fuck them up. I'm going to body Saddam Hussein. And everybody was like, America, fuck yeah, let's do it. Be strong. Go out there and say, look, this is why we need this particular issue. And I'm laying out my case. And we're going to do this because I'm the fucking president. If you don't like it, you can kiss my ass. That would be popular. Independents would be like, damn, this dude's a leader. He's not a leader. He is never a leader. He's a huge pussy. Oh, I'm afraid of criticism. I'm like, what's exactly in the middle? I'm for that.
That's why we voted for him, because he's black. I thought he was gonna. I thought we were gonna get some of that out of him.
Wow.
He's just being this black guy. He's being like, fuck all these white pieces of ass old men. I'm gonna do shit my way. I was gonna be like, fuck yeah, you go, black brother.
I mean, his whole campaign was on change, and we get pocket change. We get, well, come on, guys, I'm not as bad as a Republican, right? Who went and voted for him like, man, Obama, he's not as bad as a Republican. All right. No one was excited about that. Dude, he never uses his political capital. He never uses his gift of speech. He uses his rhetoric to sit on the fence. It's so annoying.
So are you not gonna vote for Obama again?
You know, the problem is you have to. If you're on the left, I mean, what? Luckily, I live in Illinois where I could protest and not vote and it wouldn't matter. But like, if I lived in a swing state, we can't have Gingrich or Romney as president. That's a disaster.
Yeah, like my family's moving to North Carolina, and that's a big thing there. Like, Democratic support in North Carolina would definitely be good.
I mean, the Supreme Court alone is a huge. We cannot have Romney deciding who's going to replace Ginsburg. I think this. If you're a liberal, the Supreme Court on the own is a deal breaker. You have to support Obama. You don't have to support him, but you have to vote for him.
He really is the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
We're gonna be going into Iran and Syria and just doing all types of stupid shit if we get a Republican in there.
I feel that way too. We're gonna go into another war.
Oh, they want Iran bad. They're salivating. They want it so bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just heard that we arrested some Iranian scientists today. It was like exporting stuff, like materials for nuclear weapons and all that shit.
Yeah, didn't we kill one of their scientists or So they claim.
Well, they're accusing us of that. Like, they say they have documents proving that we assassinated him, like the CIA assassinated him.
Do we really doubt it? Do you have any doubts? I wouldn't doubt it at all.
I think it's definitely possible.
It's totally possible. Our CIA and all that shit.